So I just finished recording a vlog and I'm here recording a video that I will not watch until in 5 years time, or maybe 3 years time. It really depends. So this is going to be an annual thing. It's more for self-growth, self-love, and self-realization. The point of this is for me to reflect on myself and to see my journey, to see if I've become better or if I've become worse, and to see whatever it is that I need to improve. So this will be the only time that I'm going to explain this, because next year I will go straight to the point. So this is very personal. I don't want any judgment on that. You can judge me on anything else, but for my personal growth and me to upload this publicly, I'm not gonna have that. Why am I posting this publicly if I don't want people judging me? Because personally, as the eldest in my first cousins on my mother's side and being an only child, it's kind of hard finding people to guide you and relate to you and understand you on a very personal level. There were so many people that were there for me my entire life, directly and indirectly. And the people that categorize in the indirectly category are influencers and YouTubers that I grew up watching. May they be gaming YouTubers or vloggers. They're really good people, good influencers, and they've really shaped my childhood. They shaped the way I think, my personality, and everything. And that's the reason why I want to post this publicly, despite the fact that I don't want to be judged and I don't want my life to be out there, but I'm not going to share everything. So I'm only sharing like maybe the tip of the iceberg. Hi, I am MYIAMICEE. I'm not going to say my full name, my real name anyway. I am 21 years old. I just turned 21. Oh yeah, a little warning. This might get emotional. So what were my goals for this year? Back in 2024, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told myself I'm just gonna go with the flow. And that's exactly what I did. I am super grateful for so much because of this go with the flow mindset, but I had a lot of hard time doing so. I wanted to find love this year. That was one of my goals. And I tried. It didn't work out. And my goal was just to survive the year, especially my college year, and that's what I did. At least I survived. At least I did one thing right. January recap. I was the class chairperson. I was in my second year of college in January still, second semester. I'm gonna be very honest in these videos. I had a hard time managing my classmates. I've had years of experience being a leader in the group or someone directing or, telling the class what to do here and there, helping people out. But unlike elementary and high school, this has been the first time that I didn't know what to do and I wanted to cry every single day. My classmates are great people. It's just that they have their own fixed mindsets. So it's kind of hard to get along with them. It's only really in college that you experience that you don't really get along with everyone. I didn't want to be chairperson anymore, but I still had one semester to go. And it was honestly really hard for me because I genuinely felt like my classmates hate me. I still feel that from time to time. It's just, it wasn't as bad as maybe in the first few months of this year. I really genuinely felt like they hated me. Despite the fact that I've admired them, I tried my best. Oh my gosh, I'm being emotional. It's fine. I have tissue here. They are so close-minded. They want to stick to their own group. They want to stick to their own status quo, that anything I say, anything I do, they don't listen. And when I was at my breaking point, I was at my weakest point, and I started complaining when I never complained before. I got the blame, or I felt like I got the blame, because I wasn't being cooperative with them anymore. Although I had one happy pill, and that was music. because of that struggle, I made it a New Year's resolution, or one of my goals, like I said, to survive the year. And I did, because I did what I told myself I would do. I told myself I want to focus on my hobbies and the things that I love and make me happy, because I'd rather that than be depressed. So I became active in a college organization called La Musica that I was already a part of, but I wasn't active in the first semester. I completely ignored them. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be active in this organization. But before that, it's every January that my college has the university days, where every campus, every college come together and compete against each other in contests and stuff like that, get acquainted. And one of those competitions is Battle of the Bands. I'm part of my college's band, and I represent my college. I'm the keyboardist. I was also the keyboardist last year, and that was my first time playing in a band, which was crazy. But I experienced a lot of problems this year, and this was one of the first problems I encountered. Our guitarist and other vocalists, just one person, backed out because of personal matters. And despite the fact that we were still complete and we're still qualified, we didn't know what to do, because we already practiced and we had days left before the competition, and we honestly didn't know what to do. We were looking for a vocalist and we couldn't find one. We couldn't find one that was willing to do so. And I volunteered. I have major stage fright. I still do. But that was absolutely crazy that I volunteered and I sang on stage. So that was crazy. I lost my voice a few weeks after that, but it was a fun experience. I thought 2025 was going to be my year, because someone on Discord messaged me that they wanted me to be a scriptwriter, and they were willing to pay. So they sent me they sent me money, and I wrote, like, I don't know, like one script, I think, for them. But that did not continue because I didn't have time to make scripts. Let's move on to February, because it's Valentine's month. Of course, our university has a Valentine's event. My organization, La Musica, was looking for a host for their Q&A thing on our Facebook page. So it's basically where we go around the campus and we interview. It's like one of those like vloggers thing where they interview random strangers. That's what we did. Nobody volunteered. And they said they preferred someone from the College of Communication, which is the college that I'm in. Because I don't know, it's probably like a stereotypical thing, a generic thing where, you know, mass communication students are good at speaking. I am certainly not. But I said, you know what? I need a distraction because I was still at the point of wanting to break down. And I volunteered. That is the second time that I volunteered, which is crazy. I've never done anything like that. I have never hosted anything before. That was my first time. And the only other times that I have recorded videos talking to strangers was for my YouTube video, and that's about it. I messaged the chairperson, and you know what? I was chosen to be the host. So I was quite excited. I tried scrolling back at the Facebook page to see any references, and I realized I'm the first person to host for La Musica. I'm the first person to host La Musica. I had to go back to school because I had that hosting thing, and yeah, so that was fun. And on the day of the event, because it was on Valentine's Day, it was exactly on Valentine's Day, I wanted to record a music video of me covering a love song or a Disney song, whatever. I cosplayed Megara from Hercules, had a photo shoot at like 3 a.m. I already slept before that. 3 a.m. I already recorded like the singing and the cover the night before. So it was already like mixed and edited, and I am so bad at it. I was so bad at it. It doesn't sound professionally made, which is 100% true. So I recorded the music video for I Won't Say I'm in Love, cosplayed as Megara. Megara, what was that accent? Because I really wanted to upload it on Valentine's Day. It was a very spontaneous decision, but I did it anyway, and I was happy with the result. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot something for January. I joined a Minecraft SMP, Bedrock SMP server called Novolia on December of 2024, but I never actually joined in the actual server, like the world, until January of 2025. And I've made a lot of few friends that I'm still friends with, and they kind of miss me because I haven't been online in a while. So let's go back to February. I confessed to someone that I had a crush on them, and then I confessed to the same person a week later that I had feelings for them. I confessed twice to the same person in a span of 2 weeks. What's wrong with me? But I was rejected twice by the same person. And then I met someone online on that Novolia SMP. We kind of watched Marvel TV shows and movies together because we're both Marvel fans. So 2025 is just me living my Delulu life, just having crushes here and there. And yeah, I also confessed to him. I confessed 3 times in a single month. Yes, we're still in February. March, nothing really happened much, except for one thing. For the first time in my life, I'm an introvert, for goodness gracious. I've been depressed. And usually when I'm depressed, I go back to my hobbies. I go back to the things I love, watching movies, playing video games. But for some reason, none of them were making me happy. And this may come shocking, especially to younger Icy. But every single time I feel depressed or sad, I have the urge to go out, be with friends, go shopping, which I never do. Lo and behold, I have changed. Since March, I started going shopping. in person with my best friend, my college best friend. And that's when I started spending so much money. So nothing really happened much during March, just the fact that I discovered that I actually enjoy shopping. Nothing much happened. It's the same as March, honestly. I had a lot of online drama. Like, there's not really a significant thing that happened in April. It's just that maybe it was like the buildup of the online drama. But I'm not gonna delve deeper into it. I'm sure that future Icy, who's watching this and reacting to this, knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's her choice whether she wants to talk about it or not. But as of the moment, I'm not gonna talk about it, or else this is gonna turn into a podcast. So in May, same online drama thing. That, and I've become even more depressed than I was. And I didn't understand why. I didn't know why. Nothing was bothering me. Like, my family's okay, my friends are okay. School was iffy, but like it's not affecting me so much. Like, oh no, I'm gonna fail, blah 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 blah. It's making me depressed. No, I honestly didn't understand the source of my depression, but it was affecting everything, including and most especially my schoolwork. It was affecting it so much. We have our um alternative learning assessment, which instead of written exams, our professors, our teachers give us alternative assessments and projects and outputs to pass. And if they're not by individual, they're by group. And that was the hardest part for me because I was not cooperative, and I can admit that I was not cooperative. I was still feeling the same feeling as I was since like the last few months of 2024 and January, February, March, of my classmates, of me feeling like my classmates hate me. Nobody knows this, not even my best friends, that I feel this way. So, hello, internet. Thank you for listening to me and for knowing it first. I tried my best, and I didn't know what was wrong. I was like, okay, if I can't do it for myself, I'll do it for my classmates. And I will try my best. I will do my best just so we can pass it. I have a hard time with group work unless I know I am involved, or unless I feel like I'm involved, or I feel like I am actually of value in the group. Like I can offer something. And I have a hard time doing that most of the time. Because my classmates are competent. They are actually smart. They're independent. There's so many reasons I can state as to how and why I admire them in the first place, but like they are academically competitive. I didn't know what I was struggling with. I was genuinely telling myself if I can't do it for me, I'll do it for them. And I tried to cooperate, but I didn't know what to do. And I was having such a hard time. I even had group mates who threaten is not the right word. More like they told me they're not gonna include my name if I don't do anything. And I was trying so hard. I would like open my docs, my Google Docs, and like MS Word. I would even have notes on my wall saying like, okay, this is the deadline of this. This is the date that I need to pass this to my group mates. And I didn't do it. I stopped watching YouTube. I stopped watching Netflix. I stopped watching Disney Plus. I stopped doing anything. I even stopped playing Minecraft. I stopped playing games. all I did was sleep and cry and go out, go shopping or whatnot. I couldn't even listen to music anymore. May was not a good month for me. I was like, oh, here it is. I'm failing. I'm not gonna pass my classes. I'm not gonna make it um to become a dean's lister. It's not my main goal. My main goal is just to graduate, but like I felt like a disappointment. And I didn't know what to do. I never considered dropping out. No, it's just that I was so disappointed in myself. And I could tell that my classmates were so mad at me because their grades are on the line because of me. And I was a factor to their grades. So I really needed to do something and I tried my best. Well, I did pass. At least I passed. I may have passed late, but it was okay. Not to mention I was still the class chairperson, so I was depressed. I became from being a happy, cheerful, bubbly person to it is what it is kind of person. I barely talked. I used to smile everywhere I go. Like, I just saw the positivity in everything. But now everywhere I go, I just look dead inside. But despite all that, I ended the semester. I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised because I ended the semester as a bronze medalist. I had an incomplete grade in one of the subjects, but I still applied for it anyway. I still applied for the bronze medalist, and I didn't even know if I was qualified for it because of that incomplete grade. And thank you to the heavens above because I actually ended the semester as a bronze medalist. That's basically with honors. And I was proud of myself, and I told myself, wait, I did it. I'm happy about it. Anyways, let's skip to June. It started to get better, just a little bit. It was still stressful, I was still depressed, and I didn't know what to do, but I had a little bit more motivation after finding out that I was a bronze medalist. I spent the whole month of June just hanging out with friends online and in real life and resting, sleeping, and applications for summer internship because internship is a part of our curriculum. It's basically our like summer school or something like that, except we actually get to work and be interns for the summer. So let's skip forward to July. It was my first time being an intern. It was so exciting for me. I actually stopped being late for once. Well, I was still being late, but like it lessened just a little bit. So I worked at the Department of Environmental and Natural Resources. I experienced being an intern for a full month. And I think a little over that as well. At the end of July, though, La Musica held a meeting, and it was to elect the new officers for that school year. Long story short, I was nominated and I was elected as the assistant secretary for the organization. August. The transition between July and August was kind of weird because I changed my whole personality, my whole existence, my my entire being changed between July and August. If you compare July, if you knew what I went through, if you compare July Icy and August Icy, they are two completely different persons. I say it is weird. I say it is a weird transition because it didn't seem like there was any transition at all. Genuinely. Because August is one of the months this year that was the most eventful. And for some reason, August felt so slow because a lot of things happened. So, besides the fact that I was still doing my on the job training, my internship, we had a photo shoot for La Musica. So, I was nervous, but at the same time, ever since I started doing my internship, I became more sociable. That's not the word. Talkative. Social. I became even more social. And I was not being an introvert, which was crazy. It felt like I was being an ambivert. School started. School started around the same week, or maybe like around the second week of August. I don't know. Everything happened in August, and that was so weird. School started. I was already in my third year of college. I was fulfilling my duties as assistant secretary, and guess what? I applied for other organizations. Crazy, right? I wanted, when I was in first year and second year, I wanted to like not join any organizations at all because I didn't want to be busy, because I wanted to focus on my YouTube channel, which the opposite happened. And I didn't focus on my YouTube channel. I focused on my organization work because they actually make me happy. My organization work is like equivalent to me making YouTube videos. Third week of August. This is like crazy. This is what changed me mostly. Um I had my first kiss. Even more crazy. I passed and got in an organization that I only applied for fun. So I became even more busy and I stopped making videos. More than I already don't make videos. I barely even make videos, and I stopped for a while because I even stopped joining Novoya. Like joining the server and playing with people. And there were so many members that bugged me to go back online or asking, where I have been. And I didn't know how else to explain that I have a life in real life as well, you know? For the first time in so many years, I stopped being chronically online, which is a good improvement. And I am low battery, so I will be right back, and we will continue September to December because a lot of things happened.
One eternity later.
Alright, we are back. Microphone's on the other side. Hair is up. Bangs is wonky, but do I care? No, I do not. So let's continue the diary. Nothing much happened in September. No big events. Just like college events and organization work. And ever since I joined these two organizations and I've become active in both of them, La Musica and DYWV, I became very talkative, very social. It's not to say that I have completely lost my introvertedness, but I'm just like that silent member in the organization. They noticed that I've become just a little bit hyper, a little bit more confident. You can tell the tone is totally different. It's been like a few hours since I was charging the phone. I have played horror games for the very first time. And goodness gracious, I have become active again for a temporary time until all the organization work like took over, and basically the organization work and schoolwork made me so busy I stopped making videos again. I have more confidence. um I'm not that scared anymore, so that's an improvement. November, gosh, I confessed to someone. This is my second time confessing in person, um, in my real life anyway. It was all right. It was all right. We're still friends. We're good. So that's like the only big event that happened in November, which is crazy. Oh no, 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 no. No. I'm gonna remind you, future IC. November. So I went to a different town, different municipality, to record an ALA, or final output, for one of our subjects with my group mates. It was a documentary. I did the voiceover. It's actually on my Instagram, I think, still. Yep. Just scroll through my reels, my uploaded reels, and there's a documentary type promoting coffee beans or something like that. I did the voiceover. That's actually for a school project. So yeah, we did that. But that experience, that adventure, that travel to a different town is one of the factors, if not the main factor, as to why I've become more active, more carefree, more adventurous, I guess, and happy in life, because I almost died. And I'm not going to drop any more details because I am going to let future Icy tell the story. December finals. Finals was stressful, but for some reason I wasn't that stressed. Ever since I almost died in November, and that was like last month. It's only been a month, and I have been nothing but happy so far anyway. I still have my low points and stress and whatever, but I am more happy with life, at least. Oh yeah, and in November I started wearing contacts and makeup in public. I wear makeup in public, like just light, like this makeup that I have right now. You can't tell that I have makeup on. So, what else happened? Oh, yeah, December. Now, this is a serious topic. I wanted to figure out what I have in terms of. I've been scared. I've been wanting to get checked since, like, I don't know, years ago, since I was still in high school. But, you know, skepticism, my family doesn't know. And hopefully they don't see this video. But I went to a psychiatrist on my own and got myself diagnosed. So I am now aware of my diagnosis. And let me just say, I have managed it better, or at least I find it easier to manage now that I am aware of what it is. Because that's all I want to know, and that's all I care about. It's been bothering me what I have, trying to understand myself for years. And now that I know what I have, I don't have to revolve my life around it, but it it is certainly easier for me to manage now that I am aware of what it is. So that's it for my December recap. And of course, I turned 21, which is a big number. I learned to love myself because I used to hate myself so much. I used to wonder what is wrong with me. And now I actually get to tell myself that I'm proud of myself. Yeah, I learned to make boundaries or set boundaries. Another thing is that not everyone can be your friend. I've always been that type of person to always say the positive things in life, and I still do. It's just that I don't have that same dream as my elementary or high school self have of being there for everyone. Not in terms of people pleasing, but more of I've always believed that everyone has a heart. And though everyone has a heart, it's just a little bit disappointing for older Icy to realize and find out that that heart can be dark. You need to be the best version of yourself for you to help people, help other people. Those are the things that I learned. What are my goals for 2026? I am reviving this channel. I'm reviving my main channel. Well, I wouldn't say reviving because it's a little bit active, but I will try my best to fulfill maybe a couple or a few dreams of my elementary self or high school self. So I'm quite excited for that. And if you've been on my channel for so long, I don't even know if y'all are still here. You know, the original subscribers? Or on my main channel, I don't even know if y'all are still there. You know exactly what I wanted my YouTube channel to be when I was in elementary or high school. It has something to do with Minecraft and voice acting. I'm so excited now that I've said it. Another is I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on my YouTube career. I want to focus more on cosplaying as well and going out and meeting other communities because I'm a big fan of that. So, unlike 2025, this year of me chasing love, I'm only chasing self love and appreciation for now because I believe the right person will come and, I don't know, knock on my front door or something at the right time and when I'm ready, because I'd rather that and not be toxic, you know. I want to have peace of mind. And here's a little message to future Icy. Not the Icy next year, but the Icy watching this video. I hope you're okay. I hope we have fulfilled our dreams and goals. And good luck to more years of happiness and success. Well, see you again next year. Well, this Icy where, she gets emotional and everything. Just wanna Oh, and also, one last thing. I love you, self. You're doing great.